Welcome to the Dr. Ramsey Show, sponsored by Revitalize Functional Medicine. If you're looking for health tips released consistently every week, you've showed up to the right place. We're grateful that you're joining us, and now your host, Dr. Teresa Ramsey.
Hi, and welcome back to the Dr. Ramsey Show. I'm so glad that you've tuned in today because I have something very special to share with you. And it's a delightful patient who's been with me now, not for very long, actually. I'm going to have her share with you her story. Her name is Alexis, and I just wanted to introduce you to what we do here at the center and what Alexis has experienced so far. So thank you so much for coming in. I know you've gone out of your way for us, Alexis. I really appreciate that.
It's such a pleasure.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure for me.
Oh, good.
It's a pleasure for me because I just want people to know. First, I want to ask you this question. When you decided to come to me, first of all, how did you hear about?
It was a miracle. So I hadn't been feeling well for a long time. In my 20s, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease.
And Graves' disease is an hyperactive thyroid condition.
It is, yes. I had some reverse. Usually you have a lot of weight loss or some of your symptoms. I struggled with weight gain for about the last 20 years off and on. And I was having coffee with a friend and talking to him about my situation in May. And he said, "Did you ever think about hormone therapy replacement?" And I said, "No." And he actually had just moved to Scottsdale and Googled and found you. And both of us have come to see you now. And
Right.
I saw you in mid-June. And now here we are mid-August, and I feel like a completely different person.
So in 2 months.
In 2 months, I have never felt, I felt better than I did in my 20s.
That's really great to hear.
It's
I know you've
amazing.
shared that with me. And like you said, when you have Graves, normally you lose weight so quickly you can't keep
Yes.
weight on, and you were the opposite.
I was the opposite. Yes, I really struggled with that. And low energy and some mood imbalance, nothing severe, but just kind of felt very flat.
Right.
And the stability I have now and the energy level that I have now, and I've just dropped weight. What I've loved is it's felt so uniquely curated to me, my experience with you.
Yes.
That you look at me as an individual and I have a true partner in this process now where I have never had that before.
Yes, and that feels good to me too, because number one, the fact that you trust me means the world to me.
Aww.
And just to watch, like, it looks like magic to me.
It feels like I've blossomed.
Because I remember that word that you used, the flat affect, and I know that you were on birth control at the time. We shifted your hormones a little bit. And, you know, I talk about hormones as our batteries, and when they're not optimal all the way through, we don't function optimally. And so that's, I think, what Alexis is feeling. We stopped the birth control.
Yes.
And we got you on some bioidentical progesterone, one of my favorite things for my non-menopausal females. Helps you sleep, right?
Like a baby.
Yeah. That's one thing women love about progesterone.
Every night.
Yes. Now tell me, to go to a physician and to invest in yourself, right? Because we don't take insurance. How do you make that decision to prioritize like your wellness care financially?
It's such a good question. I think, you know, in the beginning, especially it's, you know, during a pandemic and things felt a little stressful.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was, there was some anxiety associated with that. It's amazing when you see the results. And my husband was such a good partner in this and supportive of it. It's worth every penny because you can't put a price on feeling this good. And
Right.
I wouldn't even bat an eye now. Having first met you, you kind of had me at hello. And it didn't faze me. And you were such a good partner in having that conversation and again, curating my program so that it was within my budget and I was able to manage it.
Right. Well, that feels good because I know most people expect to use their insurance cards when they go to a physician for sick care. And I emphasize to patients that this is wellness care.
It is.
And it's something that I think invest in many different ways. First, it's the education. Like, what do you mean that I can feel better at my age?
Yeah.
Really? Can I have effortless weight loss and sleep like a baby, etc.?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't even know that conversation is possible.
I never did either. But when we came in and did our first consultation and I met you, I instantly I trusted you. I instantly, as I said, I felt like I had this incredible partner, and it's been worth every cent that I've spent on it.
Yes, and this
I
is
can't put a price on it.
I
can't tell you, and I know I called you a magical unicorn last time I saw you, but it's to feel good. And I don't even think you realize how kind of low you feel. And when it turns around and to feel good, it's a game changer.
That's a good way of saying it, because until you realize that you can feel different, there is no reason to invest your time, energy, money. Once you feel that, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah. I wouldn't do it any differently ever again.
You're such a great example, and I appreciate you coming on. When you called me that magical unicorn, I had to ask her to come give us a testimonial. I thought that was so sweet of you. Is there anything else that you'd like people to hear that have no idea what type of medicine that we practice?
Well, I think, I've told so many friends about this, and I have friends in LA and other locations that have now gone to seek out doctors in their areas and to get on hormone replacement therapy. I think there's some hesitation for people and some nervousness around that.
It's normal.
It's normal, and I can say even the friends that have been seeking it out instantly as well feel so much better. And it's just kind of like you said, charging your batteries and to not be fearful of it. It has been a miracle for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's an adventure, right? Of getting stronger, feeling more confident, just being easy, living easier. That's what I think it is. It's living easier, not having the aches and the pains that people say to expect.
Yeah.
Things like that. So
something else I think is so interesting is our society. We're so focused on fixing up, the exterior. What has been really profound for me is the importance of inside out.
Right.
And you've really fixed that for me.
Right.
You've fixed me on the inside, and it just radiates out now.
Yeah, that's very true, because once we're balanced inside, we express it naturally. That becomes who we are.
Yeah, because you feel so good all the time, and your energy's so stable, and it's just been... It really radiates from within.
Well, Alexis is a great representation of the new 50. Right? Can I say that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and this is the way it should be. We should feel better with age, more
I
grateful.
do. I'm excited to feel as good as I do at this age. And then, as you get older, you're so much more confident and you don't focus on the things you used to when you were younger. And that, on top of feeling so good physically...
It's like a
best
new
thing
chapter.
that ever happened to me.
Yes, new
you
chapter.
Are the best
Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you speaking up. I think that's really a courageous thing. And if there's ever anything you want to share again in the future, we'd love to have you back.
I would be happy to. It truly is an absolute honor to be invited here today. And I just adore you, and it's been such a wonderful experience for me.
Thank you, as it is for me. It is great feedback for me. It's why I do this. It's why I love doing this, is people like Alexis coming here and just making the most out of her personal health, her journey on this earth. This is exactly why I love doing it. So thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, please give us a call anytime. And thank you for listening to the Dr. Ramsey Show. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for our episode next Tuesday. Stay healthy and happy. Until next time.